Hello people, welcome to my channel. Today we shall discuss about this unique thing called wherein I have a lots of records like for suppose here we will be having employee ID, first name, last name, skill type, project name and reporting manager. Okay, so like this I have just inserted in the Excel like I have 10K records over there. So in that I have just inserted this skill type as a Pega, Java and DevOps. Okay, so here what shall we learn today is over here now I have just created a master table wherein I have all of the details of the employees based on with respect to the skill type as well. And later on with respect to the skill type, I need to segregate these skill type. If for suppose if the skill type is Pega, then it need to route to the Pega, and if the skill type is Java, then it need to route to and segregate to Java and DevOps respectively. Then how can we do this? Okay, so to achieve this requirement, we need to create a data flow. Okay, so in the data flow, we can need to create a few of the configurations as well, and we need to create a data sets as well. Okay, so if you don't know about the data flow and if you don't know about the data set, okay, so I will be uploading a next upcoming video. So in that, I will be explaining about in detail about what is data flow, in which situations we need to create, and what will be the application for that, and for the eventually for the data sets as well. Okay, so today, we shall learn how we can sort it out this requirement. Let's get back to this developer studio. Yes, so over here, as I said, so this is nothing but my master table. Okay, wherein I have this employee ID, first name, last name, skill type. If you just see, so we will be having a Java, okay, DevOps and Pega as well. And we will be having this project name as well. And we will be having this reporting manager like we have Mike, Jack, and Cat respectively. Okay, and this is my source. Okay, and wherein for suppose I need to route to the Pega, Java, and DevOps, right? So I have created the three data types. That is nothing but one is of Pega. So right now there are no records, and for the same we have created Java as well. There are no records, and for the same I have created this DevOps as well. Okay, see here. So based on this data flow, now if we run the data flow, now what should happen? Let's check. Okay, so now in order to create the data flow, okay, now what is the navigation means? Just to go to the data model, and over here now we will be having this data flow. If you just open this data flow, so these are the few OOTBs data flows are there. Okay, if you just open anything, now you can just have this thing yeah. So this is the simple UI kind of thing wherein we will be having few strategies, few configurations we need to configure. Okay, so let's create a data flow. I'm just creating over from here, and I'm where I need to create means where is that? Yeah, there, this is the this is my master table. Okay, I'm simply copying, or else I just going to the app explorer, so that whatever the data flow and whatever the rules we just created, it be in the same context. It is not opening. Yeah, it should open, but okay, not an issue. I just simply copy from here, and now I will create a data flow. That is nothing but we can say master data flow. Okay, for easy understandable purpose, I'm just creating this nomenclature actually. You can paste it over here. Yeah, so this is a right context. Okay, so one thing you just need to observe why I'm creating in this context only. Why? Because this is my source. Okay, so this is my source. That's why I'm creating the data flow in this context only in order to provide the data, and in order to provide the data and as well as to segregate the the skill set as well. So that's why I'm creating this data flow into this source. Okay, right. Now I can create and open. Yeah. So as soon as you just click on the create button, right? Now you will navigate into this thing. Okay. Now see here, it's just like a flow, right? We will be having this draft on and draft off option. All right. And the specification history is the same as usual for the every role, right? We can see that. All right. Now over here, now we'll be having these names and you will be having for classes. Okay. So it's just for a classification purpose. It's just for UI purpose. See, if I see here, if you need to get it with respect to the classes, then you can just click on the classes, or else if you need to have it in names, you can very well have. Okay, it's up to you basically. By default the Pega has checked in this name. All right. Yeah. So as I iterated for this, I know this data flow, right? So a new POC is coming up. Okay. In that video, I will be explaining in detail about that, what is abstract. Yeah. If you just double click on this. Yeah. So over here, now we'll be having source. Yes. Now you will be having abstract, you will be having data flow, you will be having data set, and you will be having a report definition. And I will be saying about all these things when you need to select this abstract, when you need to use this data flow and everything. And we will be having this if you just click on the plus icon, right, we will be having the other options as well, like we have compose, we have a convert. Okay, and we will be having a data transform, and respectively up to we will be having up to strategy as well. Right. So in this, I will be explaining only 2 to 3 configurations, and rest of the configurations I will be covering into this next upcoming video. Okay, right. So now what are the rules we just, create whatever the rules, whatever the configurations, we just, need to be configured, that options and that configurations only, I will be covering. Okay. So remaining topics I will be covering in the later POC. Right. So let's get back to that. Right. So over here, now we will be having this abstract, right? So let's change it to dataset actually. Yeah. So over here, now we will be having this dataset, right? Right. Now we don't have any sort of dataset. So what is the purpose? What is the purpose of the dataset means? So dataset is, slightly equal to the report definition. Okay. Now what it does, report definition, it just a fetch. All right, it just a fetch. It's not, it just like a obj browse functionality. It's just a obj browse method. Okay, in that activity. So what is the difference between this report definition and dataset means? Let's create the dataset. In that options, I will be explaining about that. In that, you will be getting a full clarification on that. What are the options we have available in the dataset, and you just inculcate in your mind as well, right? Yeah. And yeah. So what is the naming relation over here we can provide? Like get, or else provide what, it's up to you actually. You can provide this generic name, it's up to you. So I am just providing get, we can say employee details simply. All right, now I just create from here, so that my context would be in the same context. Yeah. Now see here, I will be having over here database table, file system, general, social, stream. All right. So I will be explaining about in detail in the next upcoming video. So right now it is having a default of this database table, right? Okay. So let's keep this as simple as database table only. Okay. Now I will be just clicking on the create and open. Right. Now, as soon as you just, click the create and open button, right? Now it will be navigating to here. All right. See here automatically how that Pega, behaves smart. So I didn't configure this employee ID as a key. Now automatically it has been configured. Why? Because see here, my master table, which is having this data table, has a key of employee ID. Okay, right. Now if you just we no need to do something called any of the configurations. I will say about this partition key. Okay, what is the meaning of this partition key? Okay, how we need to handle the bulk instances. Okay, everything I will be covering in the next video. Right, now I will be saving this. Yeah. Now if you just run, right, now let's check what are the options we will available. Now see here in this operation, now we will be having browse, we will be having browse by keys, we will be having delete by keys, we will be having save, and we will be having truncate as well. In the report definition, only browse. Okay, we can only browse. We can't able to delete in the database table. We can't able to save it back into the database table, right? So that these are the differences we can see with respect to the report definition and as well as a data sets. Okay, right. Now if we just browse it by the simple operation, so over here now by default it is having a 50. Okay, let's check how many instances are there. So right now we created a 10k records, right? Over here in the Excel we have a 10k records. Okay, yeah, it only fetches the 50. Let's check how it will check and how it will run in the backend. Yes, see here only 50 results has been come. Now see here, so these are the results, these are the instances, these are the records which we have saved. Okay, see how simple it is, creating the data set. Okay, if you want to browse it by keys, you can very well do actually. Okay, right. So these are the operations. Now what we have created, so we have created a simple data set. Okay, why we have created a data set means we just want to fetch the details, that's it. Okay, we fetch back and we are configuring into this data set. Okay, so let's configure back into this as a source. Right, now we have selected. Now if we just save, all right. Now it has been saved. Now what else we can need to do? Okay, now what is our requirement? See here, now this is nothing but a master table. Now we need to segregate based on the what? Based on the we can say skill type. Okay, we have a property called skill type. So based on the skill type, now we need to segregate this to the different database data types like Pega, like Java and DevOps. Now how can we do that? Now let's check it back. So over here, now we will be having this plus icon, right? Okay. Now if we just go to this plus icon, now we will be having this compose, we will be having this convert. Okay. Now all of these are there, right? Okay. Now if we just go to this filter condition, right? Now what will happen now if you just click on the filter condition? Okay. Now you can able to add, you can able to filter whatever the data if you need, you can very well do that actually. Okay, so right now what I will do means I will not create any sort of filter right now, but here we will be having this branch, right now I will be clicking this branch. Now again I will be clicking this branch, so that I need three branches. Okay, I need the three database table, right? Pega and Java, and next we will be having a DevOps. So based on what? Based on skill type. Okay, based on skill type, now we need to route. Okay, we need to segregate these all these things. So that's why we need to incorporate this filtering condition as well, right? So over here now we have segregated. Now we need to make it as a what? Filtering condition as well, right? Let's add this filtering condition as well. Okay, let's add over here. Now we will be having this filter condition for this one, and we will be having need to do this filter condition for this one as well, and we need to add this filter condition to this as well. So that means now we are getting a 10k records up to here. That is fine. Up to now there are no questions at all. Now based on the filter condition, okay, based on the filter condition, now I need to route it back to the what, to the different database tables. Okay, now this is of one database table, this is of another database table. Okay, this is of another database table. Okay, so like this you need to do actually. Okay, see how simple it is. Just we need to click this one. Okay, this add branch, and now it will be branched out. Okay, the reason behind you just knew it, right? So why we need to creating this all these branches in order to reuse a single data flow. So in the single data flow, what we are doing means we are just branching out based on the filter condition. Okay, right. Now if you just observe a one more configuration we need to do. Now what is that? Obviously this master table has a different class. This Pega data type has a different class, and this Java also has a different car respectively for DevOps as well. Okay, in an activity, if you want to change the top class, class. Okay, now how you can change that class of a top page? We will be having a page change class method, right? Same method. Okay, we will be having over here in this get employee details is the one type of a data set, one type of a data flow which is having a class of master table. Now similarly we need to segregate and send it back to this other, right, called Pega, and we will be having for for this we will be having, yeah, just a sec. Yeah. Now what we need to do? So we need to segregate, yeah. So we have segregated all these things. Now we need to segregate into these, other table, right? So that table it belongs to the what? Another, we know we can have this other class. Okay. So in an activity, we can know that method name. So in the same, like in the data flow, now we will be having a smart shape called, we will be having this convert. Okay, if you just click on this convert, now what will happen? You see here, if you just click on the convert button, convert smart shape, in fact, now we will be having the same, like, see here, top class, top level. Okay, now we need to configure the class name. That's it. Now what is the class name over we need to here? See, right now it is in a readable format. Why? I will say the reason. I will say, first, we need to configure the filtering. Okay, so let's add all the smart shapes all at once. Yes. Now this is the now this is the we can say the entire structure. Okay, how simple it is. We are getting the 10K records over here. Now we are filtering based on the skill side. Okay, and we are converting into this, and we are dedicating into this respective data types, like we have Pega, Java, and as well as DevOps. Let's add the first configuration on the filtering condition. Right now we can nominate, like we are doing for Pega, like now over here. Now skill type is equal to Pega. Now if it is Pega, now we need to convert here. See here, now it is in a editable format. Now what is the target class for this? ICCI data Pega. It's not coming. Yeah, let's copy this thing, and let's do with the Pega. Yes, it has come. Okay, right. Now what is the meaning of this auto copying auto copying properties with the identical names? So what is the purpose of this? Okay, if you just didn't check in, okay, now what will happen means, for suppose, okay, so if you just copy this thing, if you just select this thing, and you need to select this thing, now what will happen? Employee ID, first name, last name, project name, and skill type, these are the common identical names, but one name, okay, one property is missing. That is nothing but reporting manager name. Okay, so that is missing. Okay, if we just close, if we just go back to here, now we will be having a reporting manager, but the reporting manager name is not configured over here. Okay, so by this time you have understood, right? So whatever the identical names are there with respect to the source data type and as well as a target data type, so whatever the match is found, okay, no, it will, the Pega will do its job. Okay, so remaining thing, so whatever the non-identical names are there, now we need to add map. Okay, simple. Now we are setting the target, right? Now, yeah, I intentionally created this rn name. Okay, and this rn name is equal to the reporting manager name. That's it. Now, including whatever the identical names are there. Okay, whatever the identical names are there over here, employee ID, first name, last name. Okay, and along with the project name and skill type. Okay, so all these things along with the 5 properties, now we have added the mapping in a manual way. So which we are saying that RM name is equal to the reporting manager. So like this, you need to map. Okay, right. So why the reason behind why I created this as RM name means in a real-time application, in real-time scenarios. Okay, so there is a no thumb rule, right? Source properties and as well as a target properties must be same. Okay, even the keys might be different. So in that case, okay, in that situation, now you need to map it in a manual way. That's it. Okay, now we have mapped the properties in a manual way and as well as a in a automatic way. Now we can submit. Now as soon as we submit, right? Now here, now this is nothing but output branch. Now we got this. Now we are getting that output. Okay, we are getting that output. Now where you want to put that output, that we need to configure. Here I am just keeping it as a data set. That's it. So that if you run the data set, now the filtering condition, whatever we have filtered, okay, only that Pega instances will need to be triggered in the data set. Okay, now let's create a Pega, simply like Pega, in order to identify easily. Okay, right. Let's create this data. Pega data type. Okay, and just we need to change this to Pega context. Why? Because we are creating this data set into the target. Okay, into the target data type. This class. Yeah. Now this is fine. Yeah. See here, automatically it got added. Now you can save. And if we run, obviously no results will be fetched. Why? Because we didn't configure, we didn't save the data flow, right? Just for testing. I know I am just testing over here. Now if we just run, now see here, obviously there are no attempts. Why? Because we didn't configure that in a data flow. Okay, we didn't configure that in a data flow and we didn't save it. In fact, we didn't save back. Okay, so that's why we didn't get any sort of results. That was expected actually. Yeah, so now get back to this. Now get back to this. Yeah, now if I just save, yes. Now what is the purpose of the saving option means it is having a only insert new records, and the second thing is insert new records and override the existing record. Okay, so you can use the either one. Okay, right now I'm just inserting this thing so that whatever the records are there, it will be overridden if the existing records are there. Okay, so I will be using this thing and you can submit. Yeah, the first Pega one has been completed. Okay, now the second we can check. Now what is the second check? Now we can do with the Java. Simply we can add the condition for skill type and now it is equal to Java. Simply Java. And next you can convert it back to the Java data type. And what is the data type we can say? Simply Java. Perfect. Now if you just copy this thing and see here once again, we are not getting that reporting manager name. So over here now we need to map that reporting manager name. That's it. So RM name is equal to dot reporting manager. And if we just submit, and next what? Here we need to create another data set. That's it. Java. And we need to change the context. By default, the Pega understood that we are creating in the source itself, so that's why we need to change back to the Java. That's it. Yeah, it automatically added this employee ID as a key. Yeah, now we can go back to this thing, Java. Yes, and we can do this saving operation. Yeah, we can save. And in the same way, so what else we can do? We can add this for what? Last DevOps. And we can add the condition. So what is the condition? Skill type is equal to, we can have DevOps. We can submit. And what is that? We need to have it in a DevOps. Yeah, we can auto copy. However, we need to set it as RM name and reporting manager name so that this property also mapped along with that results. Now we can submit. Perfect. Now we need to add this in a dataset. For that, we need to create a new dataset in the target of the DevOps. So let's change the context to DevOps. Yeah, automatically has taken to the employee ID. Let's save. Finished. Okay, whatever the configurations we just configure, everything has been completed. Simple. Now, if we want to run this in a activity, you can very well use a method called data flow execute. Okay, if you want to run in a standalone, you can very well do. Okay, just to go to that action menu. Now we will be having this run option. Okay, we will be having this run option. If you just go to this run option, right? Yeah. Now over here we will be having a batch type. Okay, right now I'm selecting this background processing, and yeah, now click on the submit. If you just click on the submit button, and now a wizard will be opening. Okay, now this is nothing but what df test one. Okay, I'm just starting this thing. Now let's check. Okay, for the 11,050 actually we will be having 115 11,050 we have. Okay, so for those instances, let's check within how many seconds it will process now. Okay, let's get started. Now it's running. Now see here, with duration is 4 seconds. Now see here, total 11,150 records has been transferred. See here, the progress has been completed. Okay, now what is the duration? Duration is 8 seconds. Okay, within the 8 seconds, we have been configured everything. Okay, now see here. So for the get employee, we got this 11,150 and we filtering over this 11,150 and we converted it back to the Pega. So that means we have 3717 records of the Pega and 3717 records of the Java and 37164 this one record, we missed something where, and it got to the DevOps. So like this, see here how much fast it got, created, and how much fast it has been transferred from master table to destination. Okay, so see, this is the bandwidth and this is the processing rate, and see here how much fast it is getting into the respective destination data type. See here 290. Okay, see here 290, we'll be having this, how much fast it is saying. Okay, average time we'll be having, see here micro. Okay, now let's get back to this. First we will check this Pega and just a refresh. See here, see here, only the Pega rule set, only the Pega, the skill type has been, transferred. Okay, and let's get back to this next word Java. So let's get back to the Java and let's check how it will be. Let's refresh. You see here, the skill type, only the Java skill type has been transferred to their dedicated data type. And let's check back to the DevOps as well. And if I just refresh this thing, and over here we have skill type. Yes, it is. So we have this DevOps total, we have been transferred successfully. How simple it is, see here, with the only within the same data flow, right? We have created a data flow and we have segregated this thing. Okay, it's simple, like see here how simple it is. Okay, we just created a 3 data sets into the 3 dedicated destinations context, and simply we just configure the convert smart shape Okay, and before that, obviously we needed segregated results. So that's why we just filtered with respect to the skill type, and that's it. So your filter, you are okay over here. Up to now we will be getting 11,150. So over here now what we are doing, we are filtering those with respect to the skill type, with respect to the Pega. And over here now we will be having this Java, and over here now you will be having this DevOps. Okay, so if it is of the same class, then you might have not uses this one convert. Since I have this, other data types, right? So that's why I have used this convert, smart shape. So that's it. So we got this one into this aggregated like Pega, Java, DevOps respectively. So this is the one simple operation. So which we can use for a complex scenarios. All right. See here how many, within a fraction of 8 seconds, you can transfer from source to destination. Okay, irrespective of any instances. Okay. So this data flow, is meant to create to handle the bulk instances actually. Okay. So if you have any sort of bulk instance, just try it out. And if you have, so looking something interest, you can just, share to us and just, comment as well. Okay, so yeah, so this is for today's one POC which I'll have this found interesting. Okay, so if you want any sort of POC, just comment it down so that I can create a POC and I can have a recorded session and I will be uploading the same. Thanks for your time, thanks for your patience, and if you like our video, please like, subscribe, and as well as share. Thank you and happy learning, happy Pega. Bye bye.